Come on, man. Careful what you say.
It's all good.
I've been there before, man. We're in the studio with a special guest tonight, Frank Robinson. We're going to start shortly. Uh, Devin is running late as usual, and Chris will not be with us this evening. Chris is in a different situation right now. But you got yours truly, Chris Bendicini, and I'm going to let my man Frank introduce himself as we get into this, man. Tonight's topic, we're going to be talking about change, man.
Okay.
Change, and why are people so afraid to change?
That's a good topic.
Yeah, for you it is.
Yeah,
really
for
thinking
a lot
about
of people. I'm Frank Robinson, and just a good friend with Chris, and looking forward to having the conversation.
That's it.
That's my introduction.
That's an introduction. Come on, man. Well, Frank and I, man, how long have we known each other, Frank? We go way
20
back.
years.
Yeah, man. I was thinking, when you said it the other day, I was like, man, we have known each other a long time, man. But the reason why I got Frank in and talk about change is appropriate because you're about to make a major change. You're about to, I don't know if you want to share that or we don't. I don't want to mess up any top secret stuff.
Yeah, not top secret, but I'm moving to a state and become economic development director in the city in the South. I can say that, but they haven't announced it yet, so I can't say where exactly it was.
But you say that like that's nothing. That's huge.
It's really huge.
I
tell you, it's really huge.
I come across people all the time who don't want to make subtle changes.
Yeah.
I always crack jokes about it, but the guy that's on the job for 20 years complaining, but never looks for another job.
Yeah.
He just every day, I hate my job, I hate everything about it, but he's just, he's content. And I'll never forget, in my programs, because I run programs, two people said something that just blew my mind. This was about 15 years ago. I was talking to a young lady, and we were talking about her situation. She was in a bad situation, and what she said to me was, "You don't understand. I want to change, but if I change, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I know what my misery is now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? That's the first time I ever heard it.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to a guy in a similar situation. He was talking about his job, his marriage, all that stuff was just out of sorts. So we were talking about how to get back, and how to start getting some things back. So, I said, we have to start making some changes.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he said, "Man, I hear you, man, and everything you say sounds so good." But he says, if I change, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if at least when I wake up every day, I know what my day is going to look like. And I'm thinking, but that just blew my mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the reality, right? A lot of people, and myself included, at various points in my life, that sentiment that you said is true. You wake up, the mess that you have, and the mess that it is. You have learned how to navigate it. You have learned how to cope with it. Not to say that you have to always stay there, depending on what the situation is, but it is familiar and it is comfortable. So I get that.
Yeah. I mean, but my question would be, is it really comfortable? Or is it convenient? That's my question would be: is it comfortable or is it convenient?
There's a little bit of both. Isn't it a little bit of that it's convenient because you know it, you think you know it, and you are there, what the pitfalls already are. You've been through it, it creates a sense of comfort. Sometimes that comfort is good. Sometimes that comfort is false. But it creates that sense of, I know what this is. I know what these things are. And so the stretch a little bit, particularly depending on what situation it is, feels a little bit, it feels hard. It feels
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything you just said. However, I don't, and I know everybody is different. I do. I want to make it abundantly clear. But I'm always baffled. I'm dumbfounded because why would you want to stay somewhere, even though you know what it is? It's just uncomfortable. It's miserable.
Yeah.
When you see other people who are at least appear to be happy succeeding.
Yeah.
So I don't, I just, that part, I'm dumbfounded. But I know people who like I talk about all the time in my profession. There's three kind of people. There's the kind of person who will come to work and what I do, like that school program and stuff, and they'll work part time, and it's a stepping stone. I'm trying to find out what I want to do. I'm trying to find out what where it's going to take me. And then you get the kind of person who they love kids. I really want to invest in kids, man. I'm not quite sure what else, but I really want to do it. But then you get the person who that's just their aspirations, man.
Yeah.
I got a job,
Right.
and I'm thinking to myself, how it's a part-time job. How do you move beyond where you are? And that's the part where I get baffled.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about those particular
Yeah.
situations, sometimes situation in life have to help us out in a sense. It forces us to either get exposure to someone, or something different, or life has to help us say, "Hey, I've been here. This is not where I thought it'd be, or I'm uncomfortable." Or sometimes people get stuck. They had those aspirations, right? And so they had those aspirations, but something in life happened, and so where they are allows them to be comfortable where that is, and they need some type of new something to help push them along. And so those things happen in those situations like that.
Well, you the glass half full guy kind of guy to say that, because I mean I get there's people like that, but there's some folk who just I'm not gonna change.
Yeah.
No matter how bad things are, no matter it's always somebody else's fault. It's never what I did or what I could do differently. It's what everybody around me, has not done for me. What I deserve. I don't know what sense of entitlement. Like there's somebody I not gonna say I know, but I work with on a daily basis, and as a guy, he's a nice guy, but his he do is just crazy.
Yeah.
And everybody he encounters says that. Yeah. And his remark is, I'm not going to change because it's me. So that's what I mean. At what point do you realize, man, like, I need to change. Yeah. I need to do something different, because what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over for different results. Yeah. Or somebody's in a bad situation, but you keep doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
You don't think, okay, well, I'm going to look for a better job. I'm going to take a couple classes.